Yo, Benji.
What up, man? How's it going, man?
What's up, Benji? How are you?
Hey, as always, trying to get by. I see you still got that nice camera going on, man.
Let's go, brother. Yo, it's good to see you and very excited to introduce you to this new thing that's going on. I got a really good opportunity with them. They hooked me up with a partnership offer, but they gave me an opportunity, brother, that I could not turn down. Being that I passed FTMO using their system, I was having a little trouble with, this other company that, and just the relationship with them. It was all great while it lasted. And yeah, bro. So I'm basically, huh?
I said greener pastures.
Exactly, bro.
Give me a second. My dog's barking out here.
No worries. Yeah, like I was
Uh,
saying, did you see the YouTube video? The girl Ella, she's a good friend of mine, and they reached out to her asking if she wanted to be a part of the creation of the company, and they asked her if she knew any editors and anybody who can help her out with content. She reached out to me, and I showcased all the stuff that I'm able to do. And they were able to offer me a really sweet deal where they're going to code my own strategy into an indicator. Every person that passes the challenge gets showcased on their website. They offer to code your strategy into an indicator so that way the traders like me can then offer it to my own community of traders. They can rent my own strategy directly from me on their website. So eventually, once you end up getting funded, and if you have some sort of strategy that you can put together, they can code it into an indicator, and then you can have the Benji strategy indicator algo on your profile where you can then tell people, hey, sign up to my indicator, use my software. It's available on propfromalgo.com, and it's a 50-50 split deal. So pretty soon I'm going to have the Enochian indicator on prop from algo, have a 50-50 split with the company, and be able to lease my own strategy, which I was trying to do with, this other company that where I met you, but they just didn't give me that opportunity. They didn't want to do a percentage deal. They just wanted me to do the videos and uh, you know, have a little extra side income, but that's just not enough for me, man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I
So
remember going on that page not too long ago. I was like, man, who's this new dude
there's a
in the
new
video?
guy. I don't know, man. I've been blocked completely. Like it, they weren't too happy of my decision. They weren't too happy of my decision, and I've been blocked out of the whole Discord. I have no idea what is going on over there, but it's all good. I'm really happy where I'm at. I'm happy that you came and joined Prop from Algo. They basically showed me how to use their software. We're just gonna go ahead and go over everything with the Prop from Risk Manager, get you set up on this one-on-one call so that way you have it installed on your MetaTrader, and you can go ahead and start risking a set amount per trade. So that way, each time you see a signal and you click enter, it's only going to risk. It's only going to risk the certain percentage that you put inside of your software, inside of your risk manager. For instance, let's say you only want to risk 1% per trade. You're going to put inside of the settings 1%. And each time you hit buy or sell, it's going to calculate the nearest low and make your lot size equal 1%. So now it's going to be impossible for you to lose more than
Okay.
1%. It's going to
Yeah.
be impossible. So if a signal comes on MetaTrader, you hit buy, and if the risk manager does not see a proper risk to reward ratio where you're risking, let's say, 1-to-1, it's not going to allow you to enter. And it'll give you a pop-up saying, hey, Benji, you cannot enter right now because the risk to reward ratio is not sufficient. So that is going to protect you from taking possibly trades that are going to hinder your growth of the account. Because we want to take, as traders, we want to take risk to reward ratio that's going to be 1-to-2 or greater. Meaning, if we risk 1%, we're going to guaranteed either lose that 1% or guaranteed win 2% or more on each trade. So instead of having to do that manually, Prop from Algo has created a system where it does it automatically for us. And if the risk to reward ratio is not there and you click buy, it's just not going to let you trade. So now,
Okay.
when you when you had the 200K account and you hit 20K in one day, you ended up failing the challenge because of
The verification. I felt the verification.
the verifications.
I think at that time I noticed a big flaw in what I was doing. Like, you notice why I didn't blow the account per se, but I went over like a daily loss limit. That's what
Oh, you
caught.
went over the daily. So okay, that's a perfect example. So how prop firms, they require a certain threshold for the daily loss. Now that the risk manager is only going to allow you to risk a certain amount per trade, you are literally never going to be able to get even close to that threshold. I was struggling with the same thing on phase 2. If I show you on my phase 2 challenge, look, let's check out phase 2.
Yeah, that's where it was. It was on phase 2 that I blew it up.
All right, sweet. You see this?
Yeah.
What were you saying? Sorry, I'm really bad at
I
multitasking.
was saying, like, once you go into profit, you're allowed to lose that much, but the daily loss doesn't account for that. So basically, your daily loss will only include any profits from that day.
The first challenge, I did really well. Like, this is the first one on the 220,000. I did really well. And this was like me by myself before prop from algo. And I did really well. Like that's like really good, solid. Drawdown max, like I came down only 3,000. Total max is 5,000 loss. My max loss was 3,000 instead of 20K. That's pretty good. But on my second challenge, it really got to my, like, I started getting really nervous and not having my risk management right, where I would either not have my stop loss in the where it needs to be, or I wouldn't calculate my risk properly. And you could see in the beginning, right away off the bat, boom, I lost like almost a 2%, more than 2% right there, and on a
What's this?
200K account.
Oh, sure. Okay, yeah.
And I have no risk management. This is why I was at the other company where they don't have risk management tools. You have to really learn how to calculate your risk by yourself. And in this trading world, you're just out there in the world by yourself trying to figure this stuff out. There's really nothing online to really help with your risk management until now, until Prop from Algo. So this is like me before Prop from Algo, before they even contacted me. And you could see like I started recovering it. I came so close. Look at that.
That's the position that really gets me. Like, cause it's like, forget the risk management. I'm trying to crush this.
That right there is what happened at this exact instant. What you're saying, I'm like, forget this risk management. I'm so close. Let's go. And look at that.
One hit.
In one trade, bro, one session day, lost almost a max loss, bro. Like I was $400 away. I was like 400 and something dollars away from the max loss because I had no risk management, dude.
And you see, that's what I'm saying. It's like your max loss is still 10K, but your account's at what? You're up like 10K already.
Almost. Yeah, I was already exactly. I was up at 10K or something. So I ended up losing a huge amount, a huge amount. It's just like an amount that should never happen in a real world scenario as a professional trader. Like for me to just gradually grow this account nicely and lose it all in one day, that means that there's no proper risk management in place. There's no true risk to reward ratio in place that's giving me this result. So after Prop from Algo reached out and they gave me the risk to reward manager, which we're going to install right now on this call, look at the results, bro. Look at the results. It's just like up, up, up. And I was like risking now only a set percentage to always gain double or 3 times the amount. And the most beautiful part of it is when you decide to enter, if the risk to reward ratio isn't there, you get the pop-up and the pop-up says, sorry, insufficient risk to reward ratio. So now it's literally impossible for you to lose more than whatever percentage you put on that risk manager. So it's entirely up to you how lenient you want to be or how you want to mitigate risk by simply just putting it inside of the settings, adding it to the risk manager. So that way you ensure that you never lose more than that percent that you put inside the inputs of the risk manager. So that right there is a huge game changer. That really turned me on the most about prop from algo. And I said, no, I have to be a part of this. I have to be a part of this. So, and I'm really excited to go ahead and show you this, get you set up. So that way we can get you passed. I just passed my challenge. Look, November 30th. So
Oh, okay.
I'm
Shucks,
about
this
to get
good.
funded right now.
Oh, shucks, sweet. Yeah, actually, because when I registered on the site, I set up a demo account, and that's the MetaTrader I put in there. Would that be an issue? I put an Eagle FX demo account in there.
Did you already input your TradingView details with your MetaTrader 4 credentials?
Negative. No, I haven't done. Shoot, I'm actually just now downloading.
Perfect.
Because
Because what I want to do with you, Benji, is I want to get you set up with a demo account, but on FTMO, so that way you can see exactly how it's gonna look like while trading FTMO with prop from algo exactly to the T, rather than using another broker like Eagle FX, where the contract size is different, the lot sizes are going to be different, the drawdown is going to be different. So I really want to prepare you to the fullest extent to get you ready to get a 200K or 100K, whatever it is that your goal is. That's what I want you to set you up with. So we're going to go over with what is your goal, what is it that you want to achieve, and set you up fully so that way you can achieve that goal and get that started.
can you see my whole screen?
Perfect.
No.
Perfect. I see your whole screen. This is perfect.
You see everything now?
Yeah. Now I see everything. Perfect. Amazing. Okay. So this right here is the private link for the Premium Plus. We're going to install both of them, the Premium Plus and also the regular. So here, expert file, we're going to open that expert file.
Okay, go ahead and download it, or?
Yeah, you could download it.
Yeah.
And the difference is the amount of features it has. There's a more intuitive aspect to the lifetime membership where you also have a pip counter. So it says how many pips you are in profit or loss.
Okay, so I got the premium loaded up.
Okay, so now to get this started, you're going to open the prop from premium folder. It's unzipped. Just keep it open. And now we're going to go into MetaTrader. And in MetaTrader, you're going to click File. And you're going to go to Open Data Folder.
Okay, yeah, I think I played with this a little bit.
In Open Data Folder, let's go to MQL. Yeah, right there. And inside the experts file, double click. And now going to the prop from algo private folder where it says expert, open up the expert file. And we're going to copy this file here. I think you could drag and drop too, or Control C, I think it is. But that works too.
Fine.
That works too.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. Now, well, you can put Premium Plus. It should say Premium Plus there.
That's fine. We're in the right copy. There we go.
Oh, wait. Actually, wait. Oh, you have to open that folder first and then go to Expert. And yeah. So now you have both the regular and the Premium Plus. And we're going to show you the difference. Since you're a lifetime member, you get access to both. And if calculating your lot size is something that you struggle with, I highly advise to keep it with the regular one. So that way you don't over leverage and you don't have higher chances of, let's say, going outside of the risk parameters or risk requirement with FTMO.
Okay.
All right, so loaded up. We have that set up. Now let's go to the positioning tool, the one folder back in the indicator folder. We're going to copy this, but before we do, let's go back into the data folder of MetaTrader and go back. And now we're going to go inside the indicators folder. It's just below it right there. And inside of this folder is where we're going to paste the prop from algo.
Oh, shucks.
Wait, did you put that inside the indicators folder instead of because we need to the other one should be inside the expert folder. The premium should be inside the expert. So here goes inside the indicator folder.
Okay, yeah, I'm in the right folder then.
If you want, you could make the window. Oh, there it is. Prop from algo.
Yeah, I'm just so used to working with Mac. I told you I don't really be messing with the PC.
I know. Me too.
Besides my web browser.
Me too. Right. Same. Let's go check out the expert folder and let's make sure that we have both of the files there. We have the premium and the premium plus. Sweet. We're good to go on this part.
We'll close this out.
We could close that out. Go back onto MetaTrader. Yep. And right above where it says indicators under your account number, where it says indicators, expert, go down in the navigation bar. One second.
Hold on.
1 second. 1 second. I got you. I'm going to do annotate. So right here, this is your navigation bar. You see that?
Oh, okay. Tracking.
That right
We can
there,
full
you can put full screen.
Okay.
Get a nice clear view. All right, sweet. So this is your navigation bar. Here is where you have your account information. This is where you have your indicators, your experts, and your scripts. Everything is right here central on your nav bar. To get to your nav bar, you're gonna click. I believe it's this one here. Okay. Click this one here. This one next to it. The other one.
Okay. Yeah, close it out there.
Yeah, there you go. So that's how you open and close your nav bar. That's how you're going to be able to get to your account information, your expert advisors, everything that we just added. Let me clear out my drawings. And in the nav bar, right where it says indicators, right click right there and put refresh. Once you refresh, you could open up where it says the plus sign, hit that plus sign, and you should have prop from algo inside of that folder ready to go. Where is it? Perfect. Sweet. Now, before we add it, we need to make sure that you have your account inside the prop from algo website so that way you're fully licensed, because this algo is checking your account information, making sure that your MetaTrader account matches the information on the website, and this protects it from people being able to steal the software, resell it, and stuff like that. So
Sure.
you can press cancel for now, and we're going to make sure that we have prop from algo, your MetaTrader information matching the one that you just created. So let's go to propfromalgo.com. Sweet. So we're going to go to sign in. Awesome. Okay. So right here, we're going to input your TradingView username. But before you press submit, make sure that your username has the same capitalization. So the same capitals. If it's capital R, capital B, make sure it's like that on TradingView. Is it exactly like that?
Yeah, let me see.
Yeah, double check. So that way.
Yeah. Yes,
perfect.
like that.
All right, cool. Yeah, it needs to be exact, because if it's not exact and for whatever reason you mess up on the capitalization and one thing is capital and the other thing is not, the license system will not recognize you and you won't get access. So before you carry on, now we got to put in your MetaTrader account information here. And this is how the algorithm is going to recognize that you are truly a member, that you have access to this. And whenever, let's say, you don't pay or you decide to stop paying, it's automatically factored in, and for those who are not lifetime members will then be removed. But since you're a lifetime member, or allow you to update your account information so you can change as many times as you like, how many times you like, to whatever MT4 account that you have available.
Okay, so we're going to open back up MT4, I'm guessing.
And the first step that we're going to do is let's go ahead and make a template for your MetaTrader so that way it matches the colors and we could get a clear indication on bullish and bearish trends without being manipulated by colors and this green and red. We want to get it as neutral as possible and really follow the colors that they provide, because it really helps with the psychology part of it, not getting manipulated by price and getting these bullish candles through color and bearish candles through color. They have a set neutral color that's going to help you stay calm, collective, and focused while trading. So I'm going to get my annotation out, and 1 second.
Hey, MT4 doesn't have a dark mode?
Yeah, we're about to hook you up right now.
Oh, okay.
This is horrible. Sweet. So now we have that ready to go, and we're going to go into our indicator list and find prop from algo, drag it onto the chart. And inside, before you hit OK, go to the common, allow DDL inputs, and then hit inputs. Here, we're going to go over everything. If you want to expand this a little bit on the corner, drag it and make it a little bigger. Perfect. So here we have 4 sets of different signals. We have our A signal. The A signal has 2 different parts in it, which is your main signal. To turn it on, it says enable main signal A and enable institutional line entry. With every signal, there's an institutional line where we can visually see where price is going to come back and give us a signal. And then we have full flexibility of the color of that line. So right below that, we'll have B. B is another type of signal that follows the trend. After the algo confirms the trend direction, it's going to give us a set of 4 different options. We can choose which one of these options we prefer. And the biggest difference between these entries is the amount of retracement on that trend. So D will have a further retracement on the trend where we're entering on the pullback, and then C might be a less of a retracement. So depending on which ones you like, allow yourself to see which signals you prefer to enter, whether a short retracement or a longer retracement. For now, we're going to put all of them true so you can have the full capacity of the indicator and really figure out which ones you like to prefer more than the other. Huh?
Hold on. I did notice on TradingView, like the B signal and I want to say the D signal were like green.
The D signal
and the B signal were green.
Yes, the B signals were, well, they come bullish and bearish depending on the trend. So if we are told by the algo that there is a bullish trend, we're only going to get buy signals. If the indicator indicates the trend is bearish, we're only going to get sell signals. Let's just turn on C by putting, instead of false, right now you see it's false. Let's turn it on to true, the one that right above it, turn that into true. You could double click and then there's a little drop down menu. We have that on true. And the institutional line, if you want to turn it on, I say you do. So that way you can prepare yourself when the signal is coming. We're going to turn that on true as well. And if you want to change it a custom color, you can. So that way you know the difference of which one C. You could choose C, whatever color you like.
Okay. I'm just going to change it how it's showing up on TradingView. So sort of stick with the same color thing.
And maybe a lighter green on this one, so that way you know the difference.
Yeah.
Sweet. And that one is also D. Right now is currently false, so you could turn that on. Now, scrolling down before you hit OK, we have the show alert pop-up. Do you see that?
Yeah.
That pop-up is the message coming from the algo telling us when the signals fire. So when the signals fire, we can choose a pop-up to come up on MT4. MT4 will alert us when the signal is coming in real time, or MT4 would then alert us when the signal is fired in real time. So you can have that on as an option, or you could turn it off. It really depends on you. And then if it's on, it's going to play its own unique sounds that is default of MetaTrader. Or if you have it on false, it will then make the sounds of the ones you see below. So let's just keep it on so that way you can familiarize yourself with the algo and what it's doing. And here we could then press OK. Let's go.
Initialize. Oh, okay. We're in there.
Amazing. So this is the exact same as TradingView. The only difference is the reversal alerts are a different style. So you have a different arrow, and the buy and sell signals are the branded logo of prop firm algo. Pretty cool, because I haven't seen any other MetaTrader with these style signals. Really, really, really cool.
Yeah,
so,
look at this signal. Like, is this?
That's the buy signal.
These are buys. So I'm trying to. It even came in the gray though.
The buy signals came in the gray because it hit the retest. So there is a little difference between the TradingView and the MetaTrader. So on the MetaTrader, we do get those entries on the gray while it's on the retest. So you'll still get that retest entry, and it's up to you whether or not you want to go ahead and execute that trade. And we're going to start off with this example for US 30. Do you see my screen?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. So the way that these guys have made this indicator, they have made the indicator so that when price is bullish, like you see right here, price is getting pushed higher. Think white like clouds or going up to the skies, being very light. So if we see white candles, we are being shown that price is moving in a bullish direction. And when you see these gray candles, notice that the gray candles always come after an arrow. This arrow is a possible reversal alert. So if price is moving up and we have an arrow like this is an indication that we might see a new trend direction. In this case, the trend continued by having another arrow pointing up instead of down, and then the candles became white again. Here, this arrow was pointing down, so it said, hey, we might see a bearish trend. It didn't fulfill and turned into a bullish trend again. But we're going to see there's going to come a time when we have this little arrow that is a possible trend reversal eventually give us a bearish trend. So right here, there you go. We have price moving up, and the down arrow saying, hey, we might see a new trend, guys. So if you're in this buy signal, right, and you're in drawdown, and now you have, let's just say, a long right here, and you have your take profit right up here. If you're in a long and you start seeing gray candles and you're in profit, that is a good time for you to notice that, hey, this trade might not go in your favor anymore. Put your stop loss in profit, close partial positions, and execute as soon as possible. Because at any moment, we might get a new confirmation of a trend where price starts becoming heavy, pulling price back down. And green being the color of the earth is price falling back down. And that's why the candles are shown green. By seeing green candles and having a sell signal, you could see that price is now falling down and we're only getting what? Sell signals. And right here, right before we get a new trend direction, the indicator is letting us know, hey, we might get a new trend direction right here. And this possible reversal alert now made the candles gray. So if we made this sell entry short and we entered on this sell entry here, we see candles that are gray. We could hold our position and wait till it hits stop loss, or just close it out entirely early so you cut your losses short. And if you end up not closing out early and it goes back down into profit and you see that the candles are gray, at least you can go ahead and execute, put your stop in profit with the click of a button using the risk manager on MetaTrader. So that is what the candle color is really telling you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm correct. I just
All right.
was, I figured it was that, but it was like, now it's like, she says enter on the institutional line. So
Let's get that going. So that way, because that's the next thing we're going to go over. We're just going to go over the institutional lines. Right here, we have all of them on. 1, 2, 3, and 4. A, B, C, and D. So inside of the settings, we can choose which one do we favor over the other. If
I
you're a
see your
trader
main
that likes...
count is a little different because I think the default is 3. What's that main count about?
Okay, so the main count is how many signals do you want per trend. So in one trend,
Okay.
if we say 5, it's only going to give us 5 signals per trend. Once that trend is confirmed and the candles turn a certain color to dictate whether we're in a bullish or bearish trend, if, for instance, here the bearish trend is over, we have a possible new trend direction confirmed by the arrow and the gray candles. Once these candles have been converted to a bullish trend, now from here on out, from this point on, we will only see 5 signals. From this point on, we're only going to get 5 signals because we have inputted 5 signals. We could put this to 1, and now we're only going to get 1 signal per trend. You see, now we got only 1 signal.
Okay.
That is going to help you eliminate certain signals. Let's say while the trend is dying out, if you have 100 on there, you're going to get the very last buy. So it's finding a medium and finding how many signals do you prefer, but it's the same setup. Unlike other indicators where you change the settings and it's giving you a whole nother entire algorithm, a whole nother entire strategy, and then giving you a bunch of inconsistent signals that it's just a big mess. So here it's like, it's the same strategy. It's the same setup. There is no different in changing the inputs when it comes to the type of entry. The only difference is whether or not you want more or less signals. So if we put 3, we're only going to get 3 entries per trend. So if you're someone who is entering multiple times on a trend, you might want to have more signals. But if you're a swing trader and only want to catch the first move and let it ride, you're going to want less. And now it's up to finding out, which entry do you prefer the most? Do you prefer the first retest, or the first institutional line, or the second one, or the third? Or do you like a further retracement? So instead of waiting for price to come to our first entry level, which is quite closer than the rest, let's say you rather just wait for price to come down to the furthest entry. And that right there is going to acquire time. You know, I'm fairly new to this too, so I myself have to figure out which one of these I prefer, if I prefer A, B, C, or D. But they're all going to be based on the trend institutional entry lines, where other retail traders literally enter, being that price is falling here, and they see price moving down all the way down here. They're going to enter on a short thinking that price is going to continue. But that right there is where institutions enter. They enter at the liquidity void, right where price is about to pivot and turn around in the opposite direction. And that is the war between retail traders and institutional traders. So we are getting provided institutional entries on the pullback when price is going down and everybody thinks, hey, this is going to short right now. We get the buy signal. Now that's the moment that we are buying. We're able to then...
So the buy signal came on the retest. I've been looking at, like, I thought
the buy signal, you said it comes on the retest. It's not coming based on a...
is the actual entry point.
The buy signal is the actual entry point, and we get lines to visually see when that entry point is going to come. So instead of being left out in the dark and not having our entry lines on, the difference is we still get the entry, we still get the signal. The signal still comes at that point, but now we don't know when, or we can't anticipate when that signal is going to come because we have it off. Now, the reason why they have it off is for other traders who have different strategies and different moving averages and different Fibonacci lines. Having extra stuff on the chart like these institutional entry lines, if you have a very specific strategy, can be a little distracting. So they gave it full flexibility for people who have their own strategies already, but still want to use the institutional entry line signals provided by Prop from Algo. So this is the real power of Prop from Algo positioning tool on TradingView. We're just going over TradingView right now. The whole MT4 side, where you can literally calculate your risk automatically with one click of a button, is a whole nother animal, because normally we'll get this entry, right? We'll get the signal. And if you're part of some other community or you're part of some other indicator group, you're going to have to then figure out where you're going to put your stop loss. Then you need to figure out how many pips is your stop loss. Then you need to figure out how much do you need to make your lot size to make this stop loss equal a 1%, a 2%. That is proper trading. So having that all in an instant of a flash, for you to have to calculate all of that, and then on top of that as well, have to verify if the risk to reward ratio is correct, that requires a lot of skill, a lot of practice, and especially under pressure, while the markets are moving, you have to be very level-headed. And if you're at another indicator company, you're alone on that. You don't have any help. There's no one that's going to be there to guide you on your risk management. That is the journey of a trader, and why so many traders fail. They fail because they don't have risk management. They don't know how to calculate risk, and calculating risk can be very intimidating and confusing. So instead of having to do this here manually, like you see on this chart, on MetaTrader, it's doing it all for you automatically with those inputs that we're going over, that we'll go over on the risk manager. So when you see this signal here, you could just click buy. It's going to automatically put your stop loss, automatically put your TP based on the previous highs and lows of the market, and make your lot size equal the percentage that you input in the settings. Does that make sense? So for instance, let's just go over on this losing trade that it wasn't as profitable, right? Let's just start off from right here. let's say you entered on this retest, or let's just go a little further back before there is even a signal, right? And we're waiting now for price to come back to this level. I'm just gonna come here really quick and use the path. So we're waiting for price to come right here, retest, and come down. That's right. That's the move, right? Let's say we're waiting for price to come up, we're waiting for that retest, and look at that. It hit. We're in the market. We short it. We're starting to see price move further. Now we're getting another retest, another entry. Now we entered again, risking another 1%. We're in profit now. Now we're back in drawdown, and we're still holding this trade because the candles are still showing bearish. We get another sell signal that happened on the retest. So it didn't happen here. This signal came when price was at the retest. When price was right here, that's when the signal came. Not at the candle close like all these other companies that the candle closes and then the signal shows. And then by the time that the signal shows, the whole move has already happened. That's not the case here. This is happening at the retest. So technically, from here on, we're already up on US 30. Once we start seeing, let's say, this go down, let's say we haven't put our stop loss in profit. Let's say we're still holding this trade. Now we got a possible reversal alert, and the candle has turned gray. That should tell you, hey, Benji, it's time to reset your whole analysis. Change your mind. Do not hold on to hope. Do not hope that it's going to come back into profit because this is the signal and that we're going to make a bunch of money, so we got to hold on to this trade. No, that's it. Once this signal has turned, or the candles have turned gray, and we get a possible reversal alert, this thing is telling you, hey, Benji, get in the game, focus, because this boat is about to turn around right now. You're about to get a whole new trend. And if you don't prepare yourself quick enough, you're going to lose a lot of money right now. So that is what that thing is telling you right now. So, okay, we're getting a new reversal. And look at that. Now it's gone. That's the way they intended that alert to be. But, of course, every person could use it in a different way. So if you experiment with something on your own and figure out that, hey, you like to enter after the retest, after, let's say, after this signal fires, you want to come back down and enter on the retest, you know, by all means, you could figure out that on your own. But that wasn't the reason it was designed. It was designed so that if you were inside of this sell entry and you saw the gray candles, you were able to exit out right here negative instead of right here. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm trying. So do you normally wait for that sell signal, or is the institutional line enough?
So to answer your question, that sell signal is the institutional entry line. We're going to continue to play, and you're going to see that when price hits that entry, hits that institutional entry line, that is when the signal comes. Right here. Boom. Now we got the signal. The signal comes when it touches that line. Now we have another signal that came hitting the other lines, but because we have only a set of 3 entries and it's already hit all 3, I don't think we're going to get more. And look at that. Now we got a possible reversal alert. Now, this is where you could put your stop in profit. And if it comes back down, it's better to get stopped out in profit. And if it continues, then great. But if it doesn't, then at least you put your stop in profit because you see that there is a gray candle. So now that we have these gray candles, we're waiting for the indicator to give us a new trend direction. We're waiting for the indicator to give us a new trend direction. And that's going to be given to us by a possible reversal alert. Now that we have a confirmed trend direction, the candle is white. What are we waiting for?
Institutional lines.
The institutional entry line. We're waiting for price to come down to our institutional entry where everybody's going to start shorting. Everybody's going to start shorting way down here because they're getting excited of the price movement and not focusing on what's really happening, and that is the trend. And we're buying at the price action levels following that trend. So as soon as it comes right here, doosh, look at that. It came here on an instant, and we're up 259 points on US 30. Like that. 259 points, just like that. And we're going to continue on. It's going to come back down. And it came so close. I would be so pissed off that it didn't come to the entry. I swear, if it goes blast off, I'd be so mad. Look at that. It came so close to the entry. We missed the
Oh no,
entry.
it's sort of there. It's sort of there.
It came so close, man. Like so close. But that happens sometimes. You know, it comes so close, but it doesn't hit. Here it is.
There you go.
Here it goes. So we entered already. We're in the market. But guess what? The candles are gray. So in this whole entire gray candle, we could have exited in profit right here, just in case the market's going to turn around. I want to go into a smaller time frame and just show you this craziness, how it works even on the 30-second. So we're again waiting for the retest on the institutional entry lines. Coming down, once price comes down to this retest, that's our time to enter. Boom. So right here, we could put our entry position long, find our previous low,
Swing low.
and then find our previous high. Right here, you could see that the risk to reward ratio is not good, right?
Yeah.
It's horrible. So if you were just on TradingView and you didn't know about risk to reward ratio, you would just enter and you would press buy. On the MetaTrader side, when you click buy, the algorithm is going to notice that the risk to reward ratio is insufficient, and it's going to give you an alert in your experts navigation bar. Bing, insufficient risk to reward ratio, and it will not let you enter. That power is unmatched to any other company that I've seen. No one is offering that.
Yeah, I think that's definitely going to be a game changer because I used to, man, if I was at work, I have a calculator. I was like, boom, you know, trying to account for my spread and everything. All right, got my stop loss, need to add my spread. But then the price done moved a little bit. So now it's like, oh, shucks, I'm off.
The whole calculation now is different now. You got to figure, yeah. So that whole setup is now past history. We're going to be able to do it with the click of a button. And that's what I experienced before I passed the 200K. When you press a sell here, you would see on this bottom, you see how you have trade, exposure, accounts, account history, news. This right here is your trade terminal. In the trade terminal, you have all these different windows. And within the experts windows where you have your messages telling you what's happening.
Okay.
And when you're not able to enter, your message of, hey, you have insufficient risk to reward ratio will show right here. Sorry. And the safety risk manager in the top right here, we're going to change that to false. We're just doing this for the case. Yeah, you're going to see what's going to happen when you put false. Press false. All right, sweet. So now we have the alert that says, by turning off the safety risk to reward manager, you're prone to more risk. And it's giving you a warning telling you, hey, you just turned off the risk to reward manager off. So now it's not going to deny or allow trades based on risk to reward. It's going to let you trade freely, but that is dangerous. So you have the ability to turn it off on both the monthly and the lifetime member. The difference is on the lifetime member from risk manager, you're able to not only take off the risk to reward safety, but you're also able to put your own customized stop loss, your own customized TP, and choose whether you want to do a fixed based lot, meaning not based on percentage, or a percentage based lot. That is all within the risk manager. So hit OK, open up the risk manager inputs by clicking the happy face again. All right, now we're going to go over these settings. Let's make this window a little bigger. Sweet. So we have the safety risk to reward management. This is going to dictate what we just went over, allowing the algorithm to verify if there is a sufficient amount of risk to reward. By having it false, it disregards the safety feature. Let's turn it back on.
Yeah, I see you saying stop in profit, so it's automatically going to move me with that 10 pips.
Yeah, exactly. That's at 10 pips. Let's go over the next one where it says risk percent appetite. There's where you're going to be able to click how much are you willing to risk per trade. Its default is 1. Now, in the risk manager for the lifetime members, you can risk greater amounts than the monthly membership. The monthly membership is only going to allow you to risk 3%. Here, as a lifetime member, you can put 5%. I wouldn't recommend putting 55%. I wouldn't recommend putting 5% either, because
Oh no, I
5%.
just want to make sure it's registering me as the right account.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's good. It's good. You're good to go. So a reasonable amount would be 1%, 2%. But let's say you're up on the account 30% and you're willing to risk 5% of your profit or 5% of the account, and you're just really confident on that trade as a
No,
lifetime member.
you can't risk 5% because you lose that, you blew your accounts.
Yeah, exactly.
Count flow.
If you risk 5% on the monthly, it's not going to allow you. As a lifetime member, you can risk 5%. Now, do I advise you to? I don't think so. By the way, none of this is financial advice. We're just here giving you the tools, providing the knowledge, and it's all entirely up to you on your own decisions to enter the market, and it's your responsibility and it's your risk that you're taking. So, on the 1% risk percentage appetite, that is going to ensure that whatever you do when you press buy or sell, you're only going to risk 1% and the lot size is going to equal 1%. Now, right below that, we have the custom lot size. On default, it's on 0.01, but it's disregarded because we have the risk manager on and it's calculating our risk percentage, and the lots will be percentage based. Let's put it on false. Put it on false. Now, if we have the custom lot size at 0.01, it's going to enter on our fixed lot 0.01. Now, this is really cool. Take that 0.01 and put it on 0. Now, when you hit 0, it's going to calculate the take profit and stop loss. It's going to calculate your entry to be 1% based on 250 pips stop loss. Does that make sense? That entry is going to equal 1% of your account for 250 pips automatically without you having to calculate one thing. Because you have inputted risk percent 1%, your risk to reward manager is off. So now it's asking, where is my stop loss? In order to give you a 1% entry risk, I need a stop loss. So you're providing the stop loss right here manually. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm tracking.
All right, so clear all drawings. Wow,
it's gonna take my amount of pips, and then it's gonna calculate that against my account size and make
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. Exit and exit. All right, so the next thing that we have here is the maximum trade protection. By the way, this feature of custom lots is not available for monthly members. All they have is the risk to reward manager and the stop loss and profit in the partial close. This whole flexibility of custom lots and setting your own stop, that's only for lifetime members. So you're really getting hooked up with the lifetime premium, which soon is going to be $4,900. That's crazy.
Woo!
Locked it in at $399, bro.
Yeah, I seen it. I told you, like, I just go straight for the lifetime now.
Yeah, man. So we really got hooked up, man. I got locked in with a $399 too, and as they are only doing 1,000 members, and once it's at 1,000 members, they're closing shop. Meaning, the only way to
told me.
Yeah, we're literally the first ones, and for those that get left behind, the only way that they're going to be able to get in is if somebody gives up their membership or discontinues their membership, and then they'll be able to get in. But once it's 1,000, that's it. They're not trying to have a lot of traders. Their whole main goal is to find really high skilled traders, provide them these tools, be able to code different strategies for traders like myself and others who are able to get verified, allow those traders to have their own indicators and their own marketplace on their own profiles, and then create a trading floor where we can basically go in person, be a part of the prop from algo trading floor, and have a seat at their table. So that is going to be really cool. They have a really big plan. I'm really excited to be a part of this, and we're just at the beginning of this whole entire monstrosity of the company.
The affiliate program yet. You know, that's the big booster. It's a free promote the affiliate.
Yeah, I want to be in a trading floor surrounded by amazing traders, Let's go. That's where I want to be. That's where I want to be. All right. So really quick, the max protection right under. Yeah, we're gonna leave that on true. The max protection here, this is going to tell you how many trades. So on the monthly members, they have a max trade of only 3 open trades at a time. Here, we can control whether we can allow ourselves to enter 3 trades, 4 trades, 5 trades. So basically, if you're risking 1% per trade, right? That means you're only going to be allowed to enter 4 times right here. Only 4 times at a time. So that's going to limit you and protect you even further
Yeah,
from
it was
making
set to it was set to 5. I put it to 4 just to play safe.
yeah. Even put it at 3 if you want.
Yeah.
You only need to manage 1 to 2 trades at a time. I've done 4 at a time, but it's all good. And then the partial close is how much percent do you want to close with 1 click of a button. So where is that click of a button? Let's go ahead and show you where that is. Annotate. Partial close right here in this part. You're going to click that, and whatever you have in this partial close area, if you have 50%, it's going to automatically close out 50% of your lot, 50% of your position, and secure your profits right from 1 click of a button. Instead of having to open up the trade, select your lot size, delete it, go to the texting board, then type in how much you're willing to close. And that's going to make price change. You're going to lose the position where you were, and it's too fast. Here, if you're especially a scalper, you're going to be able to enter, close partial, stop and profit, and just click, done. So fast.
That's what I was about to ask you. Can I go left to right like that? Yeah,
super fast, instantly. So as soon as you click here, partial close, it's instant. Partial close, stop and profit. Or it could be stop and profit, partial close. In an instant. You could literally press buy, partial close, stop and profit, like in an instant. So if you're a scalper that needs to do this super fast, you have it all within your grasp to do it instantly in a matter of seconds. Again, something I have not seen anywhere else with a risk manager and as well as a positioning tool all in one. I have not seen that anywhere else.
I did have another question. Does FTMO do crypto payouts?
Yeah, they could do crypto, direct deposit, or I think I just got with them, but I think they do also crypto payout. The other one is stop and profit in points. So pretty self-explanatory. We're going to choose in how much points or how many points in profit do we want to place our stop. So if we place 100 points, that's going to equal 10 pips. So that means when you click this stop and profit, automatically stop is going to be placed 10 pips in profit. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, sweet. Next one, let's carry on. The add to stop loss. The add to stop loss is how many pips do you want to add to your stop loss past the previous recent high or recent low? Because there's lots of times where the market will go really close to the recent high, recent low, hit the recent high, recent low, stop everyone out, and then go into the direction of the trade, and you're super pissed off because you got stopped out and it went in your direction. So to avoid that, if you put 50, it's making your stop loss 50 points more than the recent high or recent low. So that is going to equal 5 pips. 50 points equals 5 pips. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm trying.
All right, perfect. So now you have a full understanding of how the Prop Firm Premium Plus Risk Manager works.